In Budget 2025, we're keeping a promise we made 2 years ago to cut taxes for Albertans. And not only that, we're fast-tracking that tax cut from the plan that we laid out just last year. This cut will save individual Alberta taxpayers up to $750 in 2025. Two-income families could see savings of up to $1,500. Taxpayers who earn less than $60,000 will see their personal income taxes fall by 20%. Overall, this personal income tax cut will put more than $1 billion back into the bank accounts of Albertans this year. And that's money better spent on what you need and what you need for your families.
It'll reach 2 million Albertans. Probably the easiest way to make sure it's spread out fairly as much as possible. The fuel tax brings in a similar amount actually, but that's long-standing. I think Albertans know that notionally it goes towards transportation infrastructure and maintenance. I guess I'd say that I always intended to bring in the tax cut. The Premier and I have definitely had some heated conversations over my time in this chair. And my concern was we didn't peg the population growth number perfectly. It was over our estimates. 4.4% population growth is extremely dramatic. It's unheard of. So I wanted to let that settle so that we could catch up on the revenue side. It takes people a while to get tethered to the job market, and so that we can see the tax revenues come in. So we're not quite there yet, but I do fully endorse bringing it in now for the reasons the Premier said. We have this tariff uncertainty. The province will rebound. I'm sure we'll come out the other end of this stronger than ever. But we are fearful for Alberta households. Not everyone will be that lucky. So we think it's timely.
But I have told the public, and this is the reticence we had last year for the tax break, was that we needed $74 barrel of oil in order for us to be able to balance the budget. It's come down a little bit. We can balance at a lower rate than that, and with the differential being what it is, but we have to plan for the worst case scenario in this. The worst case scenario, we hope, is $68 WTI, and I believe we're anticipating a $17 differential when it comes to Western Canada Select. Because if tariffs do come in on our heavy oil, we anticipate it will cause that differential to widen. So this is the worst case scenario budget. And of course, if oil trends higher, the differential narrows, that it is the case that the U.S. president is interested in getting more Alberta oil and advancing more projects, then that'll be an upside for us to have. But we also have to be prepared that the way we wrote our legislation was to be able to accommodate these kind of unexpected downturns in our revenues. That also being said, I'm glad I've got both of these ministers here. We started a process last year, and it's going to be a continual process. It's our productivity review cabinet committee, where after the budget is over, we convene and we go through and we look at line by line and program by program, every program that we have, to see if we can cut wasteful spending and cut redundancies. And so once we get through the estimates process, I'm going to reconvene that committee, and we're going to have to sharpen our pencils and dig deeper on that, because my twin objective is to have the lowest tax environment in the country, but also to continue running balanced and surplus budgets.